It started with a flicker. At first, Jason thought it was just a faulty bulb, a quick pulse of white in the middle of the night that lit up his bedroom for less than a second. He rubbed his eyes, turned over, and told himself it was nothing, just a glitch. But then it happened again the next night, and the next. Always at 3:07 a.m., Jason worked in cybersecurity. He wasn't paranoid, he was prepared. His apartment was a fortress of digital hygiene, firewalled, encrypted, updated, and scrubbed. So when his newly installed LuxBeam smart ambience bulbs started pulsing like a Morse code signal, he didn't just shrug it off. He recorded the pattern. It was consistent. He fed the light pulses into a program he'd written for detecting abnormal network behaviors. It flagged the sequence immediately. Outgoing pings at specific times routed through his router to a cloud server registered under a shell company in Singapore. The server redirected data to 3 more addresses, one of which traced back to a defunct government contractor. It didn't make sense. Light bulbs didn't send data, at least not like this. Curiosity turned into obsession. Jason stayed up nights watching his bulbs. He installed cameras, not to record burglars, but his own ceiling. The bulbs didn't just flicker randomly, they seemed to respond to motion, to voice, to his presence. Was it just bad coding, an overactive sensor, or something else? He reached out to a former colleague at a hardware firm. When he described the issue, she went silent for a moment. Then she said, "You didn't get the Gen 4 model, did you?" "I did." "Why?" She hesitated. "You didn't hear this from me, but that's the model that was recalled in Europe. Privacy issues. Some say it was spying, but the recall never hit the States." Jason felt the hairs on his neck stand up. That night, he unscrewed one of the bulbs. Inside the base, he found more than just a Bluetooth chip. There was a tiny, lens-like component embedded beside the board. Not big enough to be a full camera, but big enough to be something. He had to know more, and the deeper he dug, the more he found. The bulbs weren't just illuminating his home. They were mapping it, logging his routines, listening, and he wasn't the only one. To be continued in Chapter 2, The Network Beneath the Light. What Jason found next wasn't in his apartment, it was in everyone's.